Hello, my name is Collier. I'm a freelance musician and I graduated from Sheffield University in 2017. What I enjoyed most about being at uni is something that I think probably anyone studying a music degree benefits from. It's just being in a musical environment, being really immersed in a musical environment for 3 years. I think is it was really beneficial for me, and I think it's something that's quite important for being a musician, just being surrounded by like-minded people, playing music all the time, listening to music all the time, being challenged, finding out new things kind of constantly. That learning all happens kind of without you being aware of it, and it's kind of one of my favourite ways to learn about music is to just be immersed in it. Something that was more specific and personal to my experience learning music at Sheffield was discovering Indian music. I'd never played the tabla before, these instruments, the tabla, before I came to university, but there's a fantastic musician called John Ball, the world musician in residence at Sheffield, who I learnt the tabla from, and John Ball also runs an Indian music ensemble where you get to learn Indian music on your own instrument, on a Western instrument. And that really opened doors for me, really influenced my music making, and particularly in terms of rhythm. So now that I've graduated from university, I'm working as a freelance musician. I play in 2 bands, the Dry Stones, who are kind of an electro folk band, and Mishra, who kind of play Indian influenced folk music. And actually John Ball, who was my tabla teacher, now plays with Mishra, as well as Kate Griffin and Jossman Hazel, who were 2 musicians that I met at the University of Sheffield while I was studying. And with both of those bands I tour the UK, I write and record music, and I also teach privately. So I'm going to perform for you some music on the tabla, this instrument that I mentioned about before. It's 2 drums that are known together as tabla, and they're the main accompaniment instrument in North Indian music, but they also have their own solo repertoire, and that's what I'm going to play. I'm going to start with a type of composition called a qaida, which is basically a type of theme and variation. So it starts with a small theme, and then the tabla player will elaborate on that, kind of adding different variations as you go along. And then I'm going to increase the speed and play some shorter compositions that I learnt from my teacher John Bull. But the qaida, the first composition I'm going to play, I learnt actually while I was on a trip to Baroda in India, to the University of Baroda, with the Sheffield University Indian Music Ensemble, and I learnt in a workshop there at Baroda University. And that piece comes from the Dili style of playing tabla. Okay, before I start playing, I'd just like to introduce this excellent musician, Kate Griffin. She's also my bandmate in Mishra, and she's going to be accompanying me today on the traditional accompaniment for a tabla solo, which is called Lera, and it's like a melodic cycle that outlines the rhythm cycle, which is a 16-beat rhythm cycle known as teen tal. as we're moving into faster speeds, I'm going to play short compositions called tukras. And tukra is fixed composition, unlike qaida, and usually involves kind of a flashy drum fill type bit. Tabla has its own language, so you can also recite all of these compositions as well as play them. And then that 3 times. Thank you.